Bit of really right food. Bit of really right food. Huh, Why don't we find out?
Welcome back to another episode of the Mind Podcast, where we go more in depth. We've got two guests with us today. I know y'all used to seeing me, UL, and Shirley, but I'm going to let them go ahead and introduce themselves. JG, if you want to go ahead first, introduce yourself, get on your social media.
What up, man? I'm the boy JG. Social media, Instagram, Jordan_Gaither. Again, Jordan_GAITHER.
What's up? My name blaxhippie, hip-hop artist based out of Nashville. That's BLAXHIPPIE, blaxhippie. Look me up.
So today's episode, we're going to be getting back into dreaming, but before we do, Shirley, I know you had an opening topic for us. Or UL, whichever one. What y'all send in the chat, or do y'all?
All right, no, we ain't gonna call no names, but I feel like this is like the perfect setup. We got somebody that is a vocal leader at the TSU campus, and then we got somebody that has been at one of the most prominent SEC schools at the University of Tennessee, playing on which arguably was one of the best teams at the time. You feel me? So since we got two of those type of people in the building, how would y'all be able to put the HBCU versus PWI argument to rest?
I like that.
I like that too. Put it to rest.
As far as like the dynamics, the scene, academics,
right.
You know, shit that like when somebody coming out of high school, they're like, damn, I really got to make this decision, because
right.
Those are real life decisions for a lot of people.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, just speaking on the HBCU stance. I think honestly HBCUs is the best decision that you can honestly make when it comes to learning how to be challenged, learning how to not have certain resources and have to go out your way to do certain things or get certain things done. Learning honestly just like the struggles that you have to deal with at an HBCU. Typically you don't have to deal with them at the PWI. Most of those things are kind of like given to you. But then on the other side of it, I also believe that resources is the main factor in the difference between a PWI and a HBCU. If you just look right now, you got the band right now, they on the basketball court, but what if the basketball players want to get shots up? You know what I'm saying? If I'm at Tennessee, you're not going to see the band, you know what I'm saying, practicing
where the band's supposed to be at.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when it comes to dorms, when it comes to financial aid line, the financial aid line is probably like the free before 11 line at HBCU, rather than at Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? It's probably a drive-through. You can walk up, you can just give them a slip or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing.
The rumors around, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But yeah, so I think that the biggest thing really is resources. But they both, I believe, probably have their ups and their downs.
For sure.
Man, he's a salesman, man. It's hard to follow that.
For real.
But PWI, I mean, the thing with me is, like, I'm with him. Like, I believe that's the best decision for us, for real. I believe that. But with PWI, I think it does create perspective, though. Like, some kids ain't never even been in a room with a white kid or Hispanic kid or Asian kid. But at a PWI, you don't really get all of that, So it's more of, depending on where you're going, but I guess it's going to be more kind of like how corporate America's going to look like, so it kind of prepares you for that. So there's some pros in there, just depending on what city you're at and where you're located. So I think it's pros in both decisions.
For sure. I agree.
Pretty much come down to do what's best for you and what you're looking for, how you're trying to challenge yourself.
And what you can afford.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like,
yeah, because don't listen to me, because I'm going to tell you, I'm a big Tennessee fan, so I'm always say go Vols. So.
And I went to Tennessee too,
Not
so.
hard, so.
I do as well.
So I'm around a lot of balls. So that's
Yeah.
y'all didn't tell me that.
I'm a Vol, but it's like,
it's
it's cool.
I'm
I
only
sleep
Vols fan in
outside.
my family, though. Like, my whole family is Alabama. So, Alabama and Auburn. So, I get to be I'm rarely, with a group. I'm always a minority when it comes to being an SEC Tennessee fan. Because my whole family does not. Yeah, they give me shit.
Roll the Tide.
Yeah, they love to throw around how bad we are compared to the Tide. So it's all good. It's all good.
So I guess we could just skip over the question. If y'all could do it all over again, and clearly both of y'all would be at HBCU. So just to, we can give a little promo out to some of the schools. Like, what is y'all, like, top 3 HBCU schools in the, I want to say the surrounding area. I mean, probably, like, overall. Like, where do you think the leaders are coming from nowadays?
Tennessee State.
Okay.
Nah, for real though. Tennessee State for sure. And it's crazy because when I was in 7th grade, I did a college tour, and they brought us to Tennessee, and we went to MTSU, we went to Tennessee State, we went to Vandy, and we went to Fisk. And I remember coming to TSU, and I was like, I'll never go to a HBCU, and ended up at a HBCU. So I would have to say, just based off of experiences, Tennessee State for sure. I've been to Howard as well. Howard is super, super dope. And last but not least, I would have to say it's between FAMU and NCAT.
It's pretty solid.
Man, for me, I almost came to TSU, man. They recruited me in basketball. And I actually, man, I really wanted, I was about to come on a visit, so I actually almost came here. But for me, HBCU, I don't even know if I'm really even qualified to even say that, man. But I would say the ones I would say that's got into my lens, been from the outside looking in, I feel like TSU has definitely made some noise, with Eddie George hire, what the basketball team is doing. I feel like, Howard and Hampton is always, always hearing about their alumni,
Sure.
And my parents, they went to Spelman and Morehouse, so I'm around them. So that's my wife's parents. So they went there. So I know. So that's the ones I would say. That's the ones that's like reaches my lens the most.
Right.
Y'all got any more questions on that before I move into the topic?
No.
Okay.
But so I want to say one thing is I would say quit arguing about it on social media, man. Like
Please.
I hate
That's
it,
what we was trying to
man.
get
Like
to.
That's what we was trying to
you
get
know what I'm
to.
saying? Like I hate it, man. Like so, I don't know. I feel like folks just do it for retweets, really. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's just
Trying to get
easy.
off
I feel like
jokes
it's
and
just
shit.
folks really just be wanting follows, some interaction. So throw something out there, folks gonna get mad out. People feel passionate about like. But yeah, I just think it's lame. Just another form of division. Like
Exactly.
like.
Yeah.
The important thing is you going to school.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like shit.
Exactly. And some people, can't, like he said, when it comes to, affording and stuff, some people can't afford to go, to those big schools, you know what I'm saying? So HBCUs, they were created to be able to allow blacks to go to school. It was a time to where we couldn't go to the PWIs, we couldn't go to the big schools. So this was honestly our only choice, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in that sense, it's like, I feel like HBCUs play a major role in, society and who we are. I mean, we can just go down the list of the legends that went to HBCUs.
So y'all, I feel like kids that go to HBCU, like y'all way more passionate though. You know what I'm saying? Like you obviously way more passionate about your alma mater than I am. Obviously, like I love UT. Like it was cool, but I ain't that passionate about it.
Right.
You are, like, you know what I'm saying, and like I feel like I think that stands out. I think that's dope. But like I don't know. I just don't like the whole division thing.
Exactly.
Like I feel like as long as you understand why you going to college. I feel like when I went to college, I don't think I understood. I don't think I understood why kids went to college. I don't think they understood why it was you were invested in yourself. Like like you putting out $30,000 loan on yourself. So whether you get it at HBCU or PWI, like understand why you going to college. Understand what's your purpose in these 4 years. Don't waste time. Like,
Yeah. That's a fact.
I think I'm gonna switch it up then. Instead of going straight into the topic, I kind of actually would rather get into the interviews first, because I like you said, you're passionate. So what does it mean for you now that you've gone to school here and now you're working with the school once you've graduated and you're done and all that? You know what I'm saying? You started your own business endeavors, but you're still here with the school. What drove you to come back to work here?
I think, well, granted, I was Mr. Tennessee State, so it's kind of like feel like I'll always be connected to the school without being connected. And two, I mean, again, just like, the TSU changed my life, in multiple ways. From me being a basketball player here to leaving, coming back here, getting involved, joining different organizations, and again, like I said, becoming Mr. Tennessee State. It just, you end up growing a major love for it. After that, if you have a gift, why not, show your gift, and not so much show your gift, but give back your gift to, the school that kind of like gave you your gift, if that makes sense. So that's that's kind of like my main thing. And if you, I guess, to answer your question, what drives me to want to do it is, I love my school, literally. I play basketball, so I love the basketball team. I love the basketball program. So why not, come hype the games up, host the games, and bring that side of me.
How did you know too, like, to go from playing basketball? When did you? Because you played your freshman year,
freshman and sophomore year.
So when did you know like you wanted to kind of jump into more business stuff, to starting your own business and stuff like that?
At the end of my sophomore year, my coach ended up getting fired from TSU, so I transferred back to Georgia. I went to a school that was called Clayton State on the south side in Georgia. It was the Division II school, but they had a lot of kids or athletes that was going overseas at the time. So I'm like, man, I'm just go here, go overseas, call it a day. And during that summer, I ended up creating a promotion group. It was called Beauty Bandits, and they would pay us to like basically go in all of the clubs and pay us to go in the clubs and bring girls with us, basically.
For sure.
And I was like, man, like, this is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to see a different side. I was like, man, I'm about to go back to TSU just to get involved and stuff. Ended up coming back, getting involved. And I was like, oh, yeah, so it's another side to basketball. Because you got to realize, as an athlete, most athletes, especially once you get to the Division I level, most of us been playing since we was 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? So we spending hours and hours on the craft. And a lot of people, when they graduate after basketball or after football or after soccer, they don't have a life. They don't know how to transition from being an athlete to a human being.
That's how niggas be falling off.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
So it's just like me, I was able to catch it at a sophomore age to where I had 2 years to where I can practice whatever I wanted to do, whatever I wanted to be. I had 2 years I was able to hone in on that. You know what I'm saying? So to answer that, I would have to say my sophomore year.
Okay.
My sophomore year, end of my sophomore year.
What about for you? How did you know how to transition? When did you know like it's time to let the hoop dream go and move into something else that you're more passionate about?
I do music now, but my journey a little different. Like for me, when I got done playing, I think it was 2015, I was actually gonna get into coaching, and I actually got accepted into grad school, and then, man, my coach got fired. And after I had already built that rapport with that whole coaching staff, I was just like, man, and the year before, my coach just had left, so I was like, man, I don't think God want me to go this route, you feel me? Like, both coaches, staff I done built this rapport with, and then left, so I was like, man, I'm about to start working, and like, kind of like echo what he was saying, that was my first job, 21 years old. I've been hooping my whole life. During the summer, I was AAU. I ain't had time for job hooping. That's all I did, so like, I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go work. And so I've been in corporate since 21, since 9. So after I had my son, I was 25. I'm 28 now. That's when I was like, man, I'm about to start doing music again. Cause I used to do music when I was in high school. And I just picked it back up. And and I wish I would have kept going. I wish I would have kept going back then when I was in high school, but I was playing ball. Like he said, like there ain't no other time. Like you hooping all day, all summer. Basketball is the one sport where it don't stop, bro.
Exactly.
Like you had no time for nothing else. Like so, transition to like being an artist. Like man, I went through depression. Man, went through some hard times to get to where I'm at now. To like want to share that like creativity with the world, you know. But it was a rough journey. But like I'm here now. Like and it's kind of like a back in and I'm better feeling. You feel me? So, yeah. But yeah, like. A lot of athletes go through depression after them dreams is crushed. Start realizing you ain't going pro. Yeah. Boy, you don't know, man. You be down. I'm sure teammates went through it.
Facts, yeah.
Or went through it. You feel me? Yeah. Like I know all kind of teammates went through it. Like.
So what would you basically tell a younger you or advise to a younger athlete that's gonna be coming up and going, nah, that's not gonna be me. I'm only focused on the athletics. I would want to say for sure work harder and be more intent with your goals. 1, and then 2, just like keep your options available too though. You know what I'm saying? Like don't put it all on the basket. Like our brain can handle a lot of things. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can hoop and be the best hooper and also play an instrument. Like I've always loved music, but I just didn't feel like I had time for it back then. Like you know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like since you picked it back up, you've gotten the recognition that you wanted?
For me, it ain't about recognition. It's about just the love of it. You feel me? And so like, for me, it's just like having something that I can say I own, and something I can pass down to. Like, cause every time I drop a song, I look at it as like an investment. It's like almost like buying a stock. You know what I'm saying? So like when you buy a stock, well, you invest in your money. So that's the same way with my song. Like, it might not have value now because I'm like a new artist, but it's like eventually, as you keep dropping more and more songs, like you buy more and more stock, the value will increase. You know, and like my goal is to increase that value in my lifetime. But even if I don't, I can pass that down. And eventually, you never know, my grandkids might see that. You know, so that's kind of how I look at it. So it really ain't for like back recognition. For me, it's just more about like doing it for the passion and love of it.
They say if you're doing what you love, then it's not work, and that's kind of how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, we're an up-and-coming podcast. We haven't got signed to a network or anything like that yet, but we've done back-to-back recording nights, and I've been gassed doing it. But I love that feeling. Like, when you're just going that hard and something that you actually care about is different. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not like doing a back-to-back shift that you know, working at like a Walmart or something like that you know you have to do to pay the bills. When you working hard and long hours and what you love, it's always worth it, in my opinion. And as a young father as well, you know what I'm saying, that's something I want to teach my child is, you know, money is always important. You got to have money to make a living. Mm-hmm. But if you sit there and do what you love, then in my opinion, it's always going to find its way too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're two months in or so, and I've already met and networked with a lot of cool people that are going to eventually, I feel like, you know, help me get somewhere I want to be. And like, I'm just trusting the process. It's been a journey and it's fun. Like, we're 2 months in doing numbers that some podcasts in Nashville haven't got the option to. You know what I'm saying? So I love doing that. I agree. Do what you love. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I want to know about how you what is it like to start your own business? Because this is, as for someone like I said, we're a young podcast. We're starting out. What would be the advice you give to someone who's trying to start a business? Because as people know, you're the owner of House of Legends, you know what I'm saying, a very thriving club here in Nashville. What would you say to someone else that is looking to start in your area and or just start a business?
First, shout out to my brother Deron, my business partner. But second, honestly, with starting a business, I feel like it's almost like having a kid. You never, even though I don't have a kid, but I've always heard, like, there's no way to prepare for it, for real. You know, like, you can prepare in the sense of having a vision, knowing the things that you want to do, but it's so many things that come up, especially in the nightlife. Like, in the nightlife, I deal with so many different things on a regular basis that it's hard to prepare for that. So the best thing is experience. The best thing is what y'all are doing now. Putting shows together. Not canceling your shows. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that y'all staying consistent with y'all shows. And if y'all do them every Monday, make sure they're done every Monday. If y'all do them every Monday, Wednesday, make sure it's done. And once you build that consistency, then the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? So I think the consistency in the beginning is what eventually will take you over the edge, for real.
Yeah.
So I got a question for JG. As an ex-party promoter myself, I would like to ask, what was that one event that got you to where you are right now? Because you know, it do take that one event for that guy to have that swag. You know what I mean? Like, this is my school, this is my shit right now. You feel me? Like, every time I drop a party, y'all gotta be here. Right. Like, this is where y'all need to be at. Not what these niggas talking about. Like, what was that event like that took you from JG to Mr. JG? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I honestly, and this is no bullshit, like, I think it was more so the times that I failed, more than the times that I packed parties out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, when you pack the parties out, it gives you that immediate, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm that like nigga. Rush, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when you fail, it's like, damn, do I really want to continue to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, when don't nobody come, when you don't sell all your booths, when you pay somebody $15,000 to make an appearance and you don't make that money back. Now it's like that feeling, or shit, if something happens bad, let's say somebody goddamn get shooting outside or some wild shit, and now, oh damn, man, his party, this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to deal with the negatives and coming back from them, and then still seeing the progression and still seeing people come out. I think that kind of like made me feel like, okay, yeah, you really got this in the bag now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been through some things, you know what I'm saying? It ain't always been sweet, and you still here. You You know what I'm saying? The longevity of it. So, not to be funny, but I really think, and if I was to go back to an actual event, I would have to say it was in 2014. I threw a cabin party out in Madison. It was called Venue 109, but we called it the Cabins. It was Venue 109, and I remember it was raining. It was for my birthday. It was raining. It was on a Sunday, and I packed it out, and I was just like, dang, like, at that moment, I kind of like knew, like, man, I can make money off of just people coming out, rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? And I think from there, it was like, and then I did an event on campus. The Deltas had asked me to host one of their talent shows, and it was the first time I ever hosted. And at the end of the event, people was like DMing me and like, yo, you turned up. And I was like, yo, this is my first time doing it. It was like, damn, like, nice. So I think that's what did it for real.
For sure. And then I'm gonna put that question on you as well. Like, I know that transition from playing basketball and like you said, you wanted to coach. Like, what was that moment for you in making music that was like, shit, basketball, sports, I can't really worry about that right now. Like, because you are consistently putting out music, and I've seen that. Like, you got videos. I know that shit is expensive. Yeah. So I know you got to make that, like you said, that investment to do that. So where was that point for you to start making them type of investments for what you're doing right now?
I don't know. I just came out the gate like that. I just kind of like took it serious. Like, I knew I had to, like, if I came out putting out music, I knew I had to go all the way with it. You know, so. For me, also just like seeing that growth. Like, I've been putting music out for a year and a half now, and the growth I've seen has been crazy. So like, it's just even just like my merch sales, like all my numbers is up. Like, so that kind of make you feel like, yeah, I think what I'm doing is right. Like, and I don't even got a team yet really. Like, you know, I have an engineer and like who works my music and a videographer, but like I don't have like no one helping with like my day-to-day operations yet. But like I already see like tremendous growth, so like that just kind of make you feel like every day feeling like you gotta work towards it. So like for me, it's like an obsession. Like every day I wake up ready to work on something, you know, and so that's kind of like how it's been for me.
So all your marketing that you got so far up, that's all you?
Yeah, it's all me. I create everything on myself. Like I've outsourced like a few things, but mostly it's just being me, cause it's like if you ain't got the finance, you gotta figure it out. Like, you feel me? So
I want to ask both of y'all this. We'll start with you, and then we'll come back to JG. What would be the dream? Money aside, you don't have to worry about it. You can vacation, do what you want to do. What's the biggest dream? Like, you just doing what you love. What's the end goal, basically?
For me, the end goal would be doing music full time and having a fashion line and having probably 2 or 3 more business ventures I would like to get into. And for me, it's like I ain't the one to be a billionaire, nothing like that, but give me I do need at least 10 mil though. I need at least 10 mil.
Yeah, at least 10,
at least 10, and just be able, and I just want that just to be able to like do whatever I want, move whenever I want for my family, and also be able to help people too, like be a blessing to people. Like I'm big in like helping the community. I'm not the type that like go sign up for like companies and events. Like I go find the people, feed them, all that, give them clothes. Like, so I got plans and ideas how I want to help the community. So like that's another reason, you know, I need 10 mil.
You gotta have money to help people.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
What about you, JG?
My end goal, I guess it's 2 of them. So one of them is to set up a program for athletes to show athletes how to transition from being an athlete to living a day-to-day life, opening up your own business, starting your brand, promoting your brand, and being confident in yourself other than what you can do on the court or on the field. So creating that program for athletes, and last but not least, once I am up my M's, we gonna get billions though. We want billions. But once we up, once I am up, what I'm saying, where I want to be able to go back and I want to coach in my old high school. and take all of my connections from the entertainment side, you know what I'm saying, rather it's bringing Migos and them to the practice or bringing, who knows, you know what I'm saying, LeBron to a practice, you know what I'm saying, just using my connections to inspire some young guys, you know what I'm saying, because ultimately, like, we do all of this to please ourselves, but if we're not going back and giving, you know what I mean, to the youth, then it's like, what do we really do it for, you know what I'm saying, so it's like, ultimately, you know, that's what I want to do, so be a high school basketball coach.
Yeah, I think you might have a little trouble with the LeBron part though, because I'm still convinced he'll be playing when my son is older.
Yeah, possibly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Possibly.
I don't know if bro ever gonna have to leave the league. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Bronny turns into what he could be.
Yeah.
He can just be like, yeah, Dad, just stay with the other team. I got you. I'll carry us the way you carried the league.
Right, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
cool.
So who would you say your biggest connection right now? Who you think you could call and they might come in a hurry?
Come in a hurry. I
want to say hurry, like
yeah.
5 minutes, but you know, you can call them.
I got a lot of connections. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to just, you know, throw them all.
I don't want you to throw them. I just said just one
They
that
might not be a connect no more.
Just one person.
We might have to throw a little bleep in on that.
They might not want to name drop that.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do too
His
much.
father's
but-
gonna jump up.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I played Division I basketball, so a lot of NBA players I'm cool with. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? I played with one that played here, Robert Covington. So that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of guys in the industry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists in the industry that I've, you know, done a lot of business with, DJs. So I mean, the list is pretty long.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Without
As an athlete now,
What
I'm
else?
curious
Like,
to like,
flicks.
Yeah.
what did you think about his role when he had to go play for, was it Houston, and they went complete small ball?
Yeah.
You know, he's almost kind of like the center now.
Right, exactly. I thought, you know, and one thing about Rob is he's gonna adjust to kind of like anywhere he goes. He's one of those glue pieces that is just like, you know, he's a 3-and-D guy. He can shoot the three. He can defend all positions. And he's just a good teammate, you know what I'm saying?
Coachable, I would say. 'cause,
And
like,
very coachable.
to take on that kind of a role on a team, like, you have to be. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? And that's a big responsibility to go from playing like a role player. Now you're not just a role player. You're a role player playing the 5, having to guard big men and stuff like that. Like, I was impressed with it. I will say that.
Going to an HBCU too, man. I'm telling you, like, it's like, you know,
Built him for the moment.
he done had to, you know, deal, and he wasn't, you know, he didn't go to a big school, you know what I'm saying? So he had to build his way from the bottom, from, you know, rather it was D-League, rather it was, you know what I'm saying? Well, he never had to play overseas, but he had to do certain camps, you know what I'm saying? And when he got his shot, he took advantage of it, you know what I'm saying? So
He just added it to the challenge list. Like, that's what I can respect, is that he wasn't afraid of that moment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players could have complained, you know, especially how a lot of players today will be in the media and complain about, you know, oh, I was put in a situation I wasn't supposed, this isn't who I'm supposed to be. Like, no, he just went out and hooped.
Exactly.
So I respected him for that, just to take on the challenge and, like, not sit there and complain about the situation, make the most of your situation.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where we'll keep him in the league long term, because the coach is going to look at that and go, I don't have to worry about this guy. When I bring him to my team, I don't have to worry about him being like, this isn't me. No, like, he's going to challenge himself, period.
Exactly, yeah.
So I respect that.
So I got one question for G, and then, you know, we got one more question before we close up. But let me ask you this, G. Conspiracy hippie dad. What does that phrase mean to you?
Exactly what it said. Like, I'm conspiracy theorist. I'm a hippie and I'm a dad. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in hip hop, we got all kind of dads. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like no one's ever came in the game with, like, kind of like selling it though. You feel me? About being just a good black father and being a cool ass dad rapping. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's kind of like where that comes from. Just being different. It's all kind of people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all kind of conspiracy theorists and all kind of like hippies too, black hippies. Like, when you type in hippie, all you see is white people.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want that change. I want to be part of that. Like, that's why my name is Black Hippie. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be part of that change. You type in hippie, start seeing black people. I want to be part of that. So, you know, that's just stuff I believe in. It's kind of like express who I am as a person.
We might have to have you back on for a conspiracy episode.
Nah, for real, bring me back. Bring me
So
back.
just to bring it back to you saying you want a clothing line, would it be like a wavy looking?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
like right now, this is like my merch right here. Like set the song early, but this is like simple. This is like for like just wearing like lifestyle stuff. Like right now, I'm chilling here. You know, go work out or like go to the mall. Like it's simple, but like on wavy though, like I got so much more. It's just like, but that's I got that. But yeah, this check out my merch though. It's blaxhippie.com. Check it out, man. It's like my stuff's selling like fast, man. So check it out.
What would be the definition of a hippie for you in your own words?
Someone who just like moves by peace. You know what I'm saying? Like peaceful, love. You know what I'm saying? Like. I know it's cliche to say good vibes, good energy now, like, you know what I'm saying, but I always really say that in 2015 before it came a trend, like, you know what I'm saying, but really someone who moved by that, like, you know what I'm saying, when you in tune, you feel people, you can feel it, you know what I'm saying, but just someone who just peaceful, loving, like, people like that's genuine, good people, like, I still feel like it's good people out here,
I feel that.
That's how I would look at it as a hippie. I don't think it's about how you dress or look, what you wear, nothing like that. It's more about how you act.
Well, so yeah, look, you can hear them. They say turned up in the background right now. For real. But yeah, so we'll get into the topic. We talked about a little bit of some of the stuff last week when it came to dreaming, but one of the things we did get a chance to dive into that I know I wanted to dive into, sex dreams. So who in this room, because apparently, I can't remember, approximately only like 4% of men and women are able to have.
This man been wanting to talk about sex dreams for a whole week.
That's what I said. I call cap, bro. I call
Sex
cap.
dream.
So, I mean, I know I've had a sex dream. Anybody else had sex dreams or no?
I'm pretty sure everybody has had a sex dream.
That's what I'm saying. I think
for sure.
Because they try to say it was a small percentage. So, I mean, look,
That's crazy.
The
Nah,
website I got that from, I can tell you,
one of the two.
Yeah, I for sure have one.
healthline.com. So, I mean, look, they might be, we've
That's
been calling
crazy.
cap on a lot
What's
of
that?
stuff.
What's
So-
that definition of sex dream though?
Well,
Like, is it like a wet dream or is it
That's
just you
also-
having a dream of having sex?
which apparently, so then, Shirley, you're the only female in the room who can speak on this.
You
They
think I'm
say-
gonna speak for everybody?
No, but they say, I saw something that said women can't have a wet dream. Like, I mean,
I had to do it. Everybody else did it.
I know. Oh
be
my
in
God,
the
you know what I'm
business.
saying? You wake up with one side of your boxers just, done with it done. So I don't know how that works for a female.
Probably the same way it works for y'all.
So it does because they're saying y'all can't. It says women can't have sex dreams.
I would say
Or not
yes, we
sex dreams, but
can.
wet dreams.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of cap on these websites then. So we might need to start our own research into like our own website and put our
Start
own
with-
opinions on there.
That's a different
Call
conversation,
cap on a
though.
lot of the
Right.
facts in these websites that I went to, and I agree. I mean, I
We
call
the-
cap on them.
We in the age of information, and that's like real information and false information.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful what you reading these days.
But you also don't know who they surveyed.
Yeah. Apparently, the position that you sleep in can have something to do with it as well, and that's where I call cap too, because it was saying like if you sleep on your stomach, you're more likely. I don't ever hardly sleep on my stomach. I'm always on the side.
That's a
Left
good
and
point. Who they ask?
Exactly.
They probably ask like a whole bunch of middle-aged white men, like they ain't doing shit. Like
Motherfucker
those
is gonna be
niggas
too
ain't getting
insecure
on.
to actually get a real answer about what they got going on and shit. Nah, I feel that. What was some other shit that I saw?
You been wanting to talk about wet dreams all week.
Bro,
I see he jumped straight into it.
That's
I'm
the
like,
first one.
Like, come on now.
y'all tell me because I know I had like a bender week where it was like I had like 6 straight nights of that shit. And I was like, bro, what the
Straight nights of wet dreams.
dog?
Ethan just needed to get some things off
I'm
his
like,
chest.
damn, bro, like what is going on with
demonetize
you
this
feeling this way, bro? Ain't nobody had a bender like that? I knew I was gonna be on the island for that one.
That boy was on the.
straight nights might need rehab.
That's the majority of the week.
That boy on the hunt.
Oh, but maybe I was going through something that week. It might have been a long week. I do remember just waking up on like the 4th or 5th time. I'm like, bro, this got to stop, dog. This got to stop. Like, I'm going through, I got your regular drawers. You done came home and you changed to some clean drawers. And you in the middle of the night like, what the fuck, bro? All right, man.
Bro, what
I'll
the
be
fuck
on
was
that
going on
island.
that 7th day where it was just like, fuck it, it's over with? This nigga must have bills due or something.
This interview just took like.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
He over here like I should
he done set y'all up.
I should have got out while I could.
Same face.
All right, so let's get off of this bullshit.
No, I ain't done,
Fuck
bro.
that.
I ain't done with that. I had some shit that was interesting to me, bro. Hold on, because it said so.
Yeah, play loud.
They say sleep sex is real. This is one thing that I didn't understand, so they call it sexomnia. And I'm trying to figure out, is that like, so like, you know you can sleepwalk. Is that where you literally just having like sex in your sleep and you don't?
That's not good.
I think that's cap too.
That's what I'm like, there's no way.
You went to is cap.
Somebody trying to get off. That's some bullshit.
It was Google had this as a top recommended website, so I mean.
Sorry, baby, my dick get hard when I'm
So
sleeping.
what happened? You was having this issue. You went in Google while you was having this issue.
Now this one I didn't. I just read about this and I was like, yeah, I feel like that could be real though. That like you do actually have sex and not. Some people may be that heavy. Some people really be like unaware when they wake up in the middle of the night type shit. You know what I'm saying? Not sex?
Not sex.
It's probably like
not sleeping through sex.
it's probably like movements in your sleep, you know?
So you can't have sleep sex like sleep walk. No. I don't know. That's what it kind of seemed like it was referring to. And I googled it on a couple other sites
you
too.
had a bad week.
I can't vouch on this one. I can't vouch on that. I just read about it, thought it was interesting.
that you did.
But okay, fine. If y'all want to get out of the sex dreams and shit, look, hey, yeah, I got everybody uncomfortable in here, I guess.
Let's talk about something more common, like nightmares or something. Like,
I thought that was a common thing, but okay.
bro, do y'all
We
be
just talking about this cap.
do y'all be having nightmares and shit though? Like,
Hell nah. I got 2 kids, bro. I got time for nightmares. My son got nightmares.
Apparently, kids have more nightmares.
Like,
see, look, we was talking about this on the last episode.
I just dream a lot. I don't have nightmares.
So is it like
I don't
happy
even dream.
dreams or
It's all
Just
types
basic?
of dreams, honestly.
Okay.
I've had the dreams that the world is going to end, but the world is going to end.
that's a nightmare though, kind
That's
of.
not a nightmare.
It depends. It depends on your perspective.
Yeah,
I guess.
perspective definitely matters. I have dreams about things that's about to happen, and like I'll dream about it, and then it'll end up happening.
he be having premonitions.
See, so he's supporting the cause. I believe this is based off the last episode. Dreams is nothing more than how you feeling throughout the day. Like if you're anxious all day, you're gonna go to sleep having some nightmares and shit, waking up in cold sweats and stuff. That's what we were talking about last episode. And so like what you just said, I ain't got time for nightmares. Like I'm a grown ass man, I got 2 kids. Like nigga, like I ain't got time to be stressing right now. So I'm thinking dreams is all mental. I
don't dream, bro.
I'm not gonna sit there and act like I don't. My brain runs at 100 miles all damn day, like all damn day. So I mean, and I do be having.
And he's the only average
ass
dreamer.
damn dreams where I just wake up and be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why are we doing that to me? Because especially when, like I said, I was watching something on YouTube, a documentary about it, and like the nightmares are things that you're torturing yourself with. You know what I'm saying? It's not like just happening. It's stuff that you're basically afraid of or afraid is going to happen. So then after doing that, I haven't had a nightmare since, thank God. But like I went through a bender or whatever. I went through like a bender with nightmares where I was just like, bro, like can I just have a peaceful night of sleep?
Do you listen to music or watch TV when you go to sleep?
Well, so I'm a father, so I'm used to normally having white noise more so than anything. White noise or a fan. I do have to have some kind of noise while I'm sleeping. I was recommended to have like sleep sounds though, just kind of work with some of that. I never tried it out, but
I think you crazy.
man, I might be. I might be. I know I'm unique.
So do you be having like dreams a lot?
I feel like I dream. Well, I ain't gonna lie. It's calmed down since I started doing research about this. I feel like it's actually kind of calmed down. But prior to that, yeah, every night. Sometimes
It's like vivid.
Sometimes it'll be vivid for like maybe like the first 30 minutes when I wake up, and then it slowly kind of dies out. But I've also felt like I've had reoccurring dreams, and it's like I couldn't recall one of those right now. But it's just sometimes I'll have a dream and I'll wake up and be like, damn, why do I feel like this is definitely happening? It's deja vu and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I I had some
I
deja
probably
vu
dream
before.
about 5 times out the week.
You said what?
Like at least 5 days out of 7, I probably dream.
Yeah. We actually dream UL.
So I'm the only one
We're
here
the
that
only
don't
one
have
that don't
dreams.
fucking dream.
Yeah, I don't have dreams
I don't
like
have
that.
dreams,
Nah,
bro.
not really.
So is that the weed?
It might be the
I
weed.
think it might
Cause
be.
I definitely be out the weed. So I just wake up, sleep, wake up.
Yeah. So
Mine feel like quick.
Yeah.
That's how mine feel. Like I don't.
I mean, I talked about in our last one, like whenever
when I
I'm
sleep, so I just
detoxing
woke-
off of smoking or something like that, that's when it's like, bro, my dreams just start going crazy. And they feel so fucking real. Like I'll wake up and just be like, in my head, just like for like 5 minutes thinking about it, just being like, that was really a dream. Like it felt like real life. Easy. Like I wouldn't have even questioned it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, like you will says. but yeah, no, I'll be having some real dreams that feel mad real.
What you be watching on TV?
See, man, look, my mom was telling me I need to stop watching some of this real shit. Ozarks and shit like that. Any kind of drug or cartel shit or anything that's real life. Yeah, I'm all on that. I'm all on that.
we're gonna give this man
You about to
a
bounce out.
45-minute episode to himself so he can talk about
I
these
appreciate it.
damn
Hey,
dreams.
he's gonna get up out of here. I appreciate you for the connect, bringing us here, bro. I know I'm gonna be
appreciate y'all.
seeing you again too. But yeah, shout your stuff out one more time for you to get up out of here.
Again, JG, follow me, Jordan_Gaither. If you are a sports bettor, you can also follow my sports betting page, Parlay JG23.
For sure.
Parlay
How much?
JG23. I'm doing free picks this month, so just follow the page and you get all my picks.
This man just
Yeah,
got 1.
that's what it is.
3.
Coming off a streak too.
And I'm coming off the streak, and I'm still going fucking Liberty.
Get it really right smooth. Get it really right smooth. Hi, Al. Why don't we find out? Why don't we